something is shifting within the House of Bourbon. A decision, whispered about in the gilded corridors of the Zarzuela Palace, is sending shockwaves all the way to the throne itself. And tonight, we're told the king did not see it coming. This is Royal Report 24/7, and if you're fascinated by the moments that truly define modern monarchies, you need to stay with us. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on, because what we're about to delve into isn't just palace gossip, it's a potential turning point for the Spanish crown. Like this video and share it if you want more unfiltered royal analysis. For 18 years, King Felipe VI has meticulously prepared his heir. Princess Leonor, the Princess of Asturias, has been the picture of a future queen in training. Fluent in multiple languages, disciplined in her military academies, poised and careful in every public appearance. Her path seemed laser-etched, a direct succession mirroring her father's own journey. But what happens when the heir, the very future of the institution, appears to step off the predefined path? According to several reports from Madrid-based royal commentators and claimed from sources described as having palace access, that is precisely the question now haunting King Felipe. The tension, insiders suggest, did not erupt in a single dramatic argument. Instead, it's a slow-building pressure born from a new generation's perspective. Leonor, now 18 and having completed her initial military training, is at an age where personal identity and public duty begin a profound and often private collision. For years, her life has been a syllabus, a curriculum for sovereignty. But those close to the young princess have hinted, anonymously to the press, of a burgeoning desire to modernize the role from within, to incorporate academic or humanitarian pursuits outside the traditional military and statecraft framework before fully assuming her constitutional duties. One source cited by European Royal Podcast claimed, there have been conversations about extended study at an international university, focusing on global policy or humanitarian law, something that would take her off the well-trodden Spanish royal path for a few years. The king was understood to be hesitant. He views continuity and visible, dedicated preparation as the bedrock of the monarchy's stability, especially in a nation with complex political fractures. The reports swirling suggest Princess Leonor is advocating for the latter. There's talk, emphatically unconfirmed by the palace, of her deep interest in sustainable development and refugee crises, issues that resonate globally with her peers. Some commentators have speculated that she might be looking at the model of a Princess Estelle of Sweden, who is undertaking extended university studies, or even the, though vastly different, path of a Princess Kate, who crafted a public role around specific, heartfelt causes before taking on full-time duties. But Spain is not Sweden, and the Bourbon throne is not the Windsor throne. The Spanish Constitution outlines clear roles for the monarch and heir. The space for a finding oneself period is perceived by traditionalists as dangerously informal. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the influence of Queen Letizia, a former journalist who herself revolutionized the image of the Spanish consort. Letizia is famously strong-willed and modern. Insiders have long noted her hands-on approach to her daughter's upbringing and their public presentation. Some royal observers posit that any new direction Leonor is considering would have, at the very least, the understanding, if not the full endorsement, of the Queen. Letizia knows better than anyone the immense pressure of marrying into this institution and the need to carve out a sense of self within its rigid confines. Could she be a quiet ally in Leonor's desire for a slightly more self-defined apprenticeship? Analysts are deeply divided. Some see Letizia as a pragmatic force who would ultimately advise her daughter to follow the king's proven plan. Others believe her own experience might make her sympathetic to Leonor's quest for a modicum of personal agency before a lifetime of duty. This dynamic, king, queen, and heir, forms the private triangle where this drama is unfolding. The shock attributed to King Felipe, according to these anonymous accounts, isn't one of anger, but a profound concern. He is a father who wants his daughter to be prepared for a job he knows is inhumanly difficult. He sees the storms that can engulf a monarchy. He lived through them. From his vantage point, every traditional step he took, military academies, studying law, forged the resilience he needed. To see Leonor potentially delay or reshape that process might feel, to him, like sending a sailor into a hurricane without every possible hour of training. A palace insider quoted in a recent magazine profile said, "The king's life is duty. He believes in it with every fiber of his being." He finds it difficult to comprehend a choice that seems to place personal exploration above royal obligation, because for him, the obligation is personal. What happens next? The coming months will be critical. Will we see Princess Leonor announce an enrollment in a specific academic program abroad? Will the king publicly reaffirm her traditional training path, putting speculation to rest? Or will there be a carefully negotiated third way, a royal gap year of sorts, where she undertakes humanitarian work under the auspices of the crown, blending personal passion with official duty? One thing is clear, according to the whispers from Madrid: a line has been crossed. The heir has expressed a will of her own that diverges from the king's master plan. This is no longer just about a princess being prepared. It's about a future queen attempting to define, in some small way, the terms of her preparation. For King Felipe VI, the father who must guide her, and the monarch who must protect the throne, this is perhaps the greatest test of his reign, a test not of scandal, but of trust. The walls of ancient palaces have heard these conversations before, the quiet clash between the weight of history and the pulse of a new generation. How King Felipe and Princess Leonor navigate this will write the first true chapter of her legacy. We will be watching every step. If you want to follow this developing story with the deepest context and analysis, make sure Royal Report 24/7 is your source. Subscribe now, hit the like button if you found this report compelling, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Where do you stand? Should an heir's path be set in stone or shaped by their own hands? And most importantly, share this video with another royal watcher. The story is just beginning. Until next time, this is Royal Report 24/7.